So this is the door, as we can see, that goes down to the crypt, and it's a spiral staircase that we have down here. Hi guys, welcome back to another grave visitation. So today we are in Monavea, in a wooded area here in County Galway. So not only are we going to be looking at the outside of this mausoleum today, we have exclusive access and we've got the key. We will be going inside this mausoleum. There's coffins in here, down underneath in the crypt area of Robert Percival French and his daughter Kathleen are interred inside the mausoleum. So hidden deep in Monavea Wood here is the magnificent mausoleum that shelters the earthly remains of Robert Percy French, the last male landlord of Monavea Domain, and those of his daughter Kathleen, who commissioned the building of this mausoleum here we see today. So, born in Monavea Castle, Robert French was a member of the British Diplomatic Service and served as secretary to the British Embassy in St. Petersburg and Vienna. He married Sophia, only child of Alexander de Kindakov, a Russian noble of great wealth with 7 estates on the Volga River. Robert died in Italy in 1896. Kathleen, their only child, came to Monavea to oversee the building of the mausoleum we see here today. His body was embalmed in Milan and remained there until the mausoleum was ready to receive him in 1900. So here we see the main door of the mausoleum. Now, luckily we have exclusive access inside the French mausoleum here today. As you can see, we have the key to go inside, guys, so we will be going in there. There is a crypt underneath in the basement area. There's also a part we can go on the roof as well to show you around. It's unbelievable to actually be here and see this. Wow, look at this. This is something else. So this is the effigy, I suppose, here of Robert Percy French. As you can see, and in the background we have stained glass. And when the sun rises, they say the light from the stained glass shines on his effigy here. The chapel is lit by five fine stained glass windows made by a German company, Mayor of Munich. The window above the altar depicts our Lord with 2 angels. Those on either side of the chapel show the coat of arms of 12 of the 14 tribes of Galway. So here we have the splendid sculpture of Robert Percy French. So it's depicting him in his robes of the Order of St. John of Jerusalem, known as the Order of Malta. It was carved by Francesco Gerace, a renowned Italian sculptor, in fine white Carrara marble, shipped to Ireland and brought to Monavea by a horse and cart. A black marble column stands at each corner of the effigy, supporting the vaulted ceiling. And there we can see Robert Percy French depicting what he looked like. And unfortunately, back in the day, you can see the hand here did receive some damage because of vandalism, so they had to put that back together as good as they could. But that would have been the area, the trapdoor, where they would have lowered the coffins down to the crypt area. And just here we can see a little table with candles, so they do still say mass here as well, inside the old mausoleum. So this is the door, as we can see, that goes down to the crypt, and it's a spiral staircase that they have down here. So I'll go down, and just up there, we'll be going up there later, that is the rooftop of the mausoleum, and they even have stained glass on the sides of the spiral stairs. So let's go down these winding stairs to the crypt. And there have been reports of hauntings here in the mausoleum. Apparently footsteps have been heard coming down the stairs, like a woman wearing high-heeled shoes. So a lot of strange stuff is going on. So the crypt area is actually well lit. We have some natural light coming through the little windows on the sides. And just behind me there, there's windows, light coming in. So these are supporting the ceiling of the crypt here, the vaulted area. We can see these pillars. These would have been put in later in years. And just here, guys, we have the final resting place of Kathleen. Now, Kathleen is here on the left side, and Kathleen died in 1938, I think. She died in China. She was a woman of, very elegant woman. She travelled a lot around China. There was a lot of trouble as well with her life in Russia at the time. A lot of her estates were taken off her in Russia during the Tsar ruling, I suppose, at the time. And so she lost a lot of wealth when she was in Russia.
She was actually imprisoned, wasn't she?
She was imprisoned in Russia. So she ended up going around Mongolia. She learned how to speak the language. She ended up in different parts of China, and then of course she came back here in Ireland to her body actually was brought back 4,000 miles, I think, to be buried here in Galway. So this is Kathleen's coffin here, lead coffin, and it's the smaller one. And there is an inscription on it, but it has worn away. So,
Oh, Jesus. That was scary when you had to go up that time.
I'm telling you what, when I was down here, I heard voices. And I said, what's up there? Is there somebody up there? I heard someone talking. But I ran up the stairs of the crypt area, and there was nobody there. I heard someone talking, like a woman's voice. And there's nobody here, but as I was saying, the stories of the crypt area here, footsteps have been heard coming down here.
Well, there was definitely noise.
So you can see here, in memory of RPFF, so that's Robert Percy French. 1832 to 1896. And this is actually double leadland, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. But just up the top here we see it's made of kind of like tin. It's a bow, and it's made from tin. And if anybody knows why there's a bow on this, let me know in the comments below. So he is inside that, and the reason I was talking about that is just in here you can see it's double lead lined. If you can see, there's another coffin inside of that. So how interesting is that? And to be inside here, I suppose we're very lucky. And that is the cross at the back. There's a little wreath on it there with some flowers. Beautiful white cross at the top of the lead coffins. So they came in and they done all this support here at the ceiling, as I was saying. So yeah, that is unbelievable to be in here, to see all this exclusive access inside the family mausoleum of the Frenches. And back in the day it cost £10,000 I think to construct the mausoleum, the whole area, which would be about 2 million maybe euros in today's money. So very, very wealthy family. And you know, they did, I suppose, show their wealth in a way, and it stands tall here today, this Castle Style Mausoleum. So I hope you enjoyed that tour of the crypt area down here, and rest in peace to Robert French and your daughter Kathleen, and thank you for all you've done for the people of Monavea. So guys, we'll go back up stairs where we can down and just show you. There's another stairs to this place, it's just unbelievable. And they even have little stained glass stairs you go up. So up here is the rooftop of the mausoleum. And the echo in here is crazy. So we have this spiral stairs, stone stairs, that goes all the way up to the top, and then you need another key when you reach the top, and it feels like it goes on forever, this stairs. But when you reach the top, we have this little door. So the vandalism that happened, they actually broke the glass of this door, got up on the rooftop somehow, I don't know, and we got down the stairs area into, and thankfully the crypt area wasn't damaged. Right, so we're up on top of a mausoleum, believe it or not. This is so surreal to be up here, and there we can see the castle style of the top of the mausoleum. That would have been the road just over there that we walked down to get here. And I want to give a big special thank you to Paddy, who is the caretaker here in the mausoleum. He gave me the key to come and document the history. And the tower area is just there. So that's the area where the stairs goes down. 2 different levels. We're on the very top, as I was saying. And then we go down to the other crypt area where we were as well. So I'm going to go back down, guys, and just show you another quick look around where you come in the front door, and we can finish up then. Just look at those windows. So down we go, down the other level. Right guys, I'm going to close this door again. down to the crypt area. This is left opened here because you need to go through the front door to get to the crypt, and you need that key. But look at that stained glass from Munich in Germany. Unbelievable. The whole experience here is just unbelievable. To see all this, to be so close to those coffins, and the wealth, I suppose, this family had. So just forgot to mention there as well. This altar area here where the stained glass is from Munich in Germany, this part was also vandalized, and they tried to piece it back together as best they could. You can see the little bits there. So it's a shame that somebody came in here and done that. Right, so let's go outside and I'll show you around the outside of the mausoleum, and we can have a look at Rosamunda, I think her name is, Kathleen's cousin. So this is the forestry area that surrounds the mausoleum as well. Right, so here we are, and Serenity Sue is with me as well. So if you haven't subscribed to her channel, check her out. Serenity Sue on YouTube. She's loads of amazing cemetery videos. So we'll continue around, and I suppose, and I'll show you this probably better on the video. I'll put a photo over it maybe, or maybe you can see it there. We have a stone carving of a fish, a knight's helmet, a shield, the family coat of arms, and Malamore Ovam something there, and the translation for that, actually I will put that over the video as well. So there we have what a mausoleum it is. To get inside there, one of a kind. To see that, and this is actually the area where the crypt is. Remember I was telling you there was light coming through the window, so that is that part. So all the trees you see here in Monivea Woods as well. In her will, Kathleen also stated that the trees of Monivea Wood around the mausoleum and area should not be cut down and should stay there until they fall themselves. Wow, and to think that I was right up there at the top of that is crazy. So now we are going to go here and see the final resting place of Rosamund. I think I said Rosamunda, it's Rosamund, French. She died on the 16th of October 1939, and that is her grave, a Celtic cross. Now there's different stories. There's one story saying she was buried outside of the mausoleum because she was Catholic. Another story suggests that she had a falling out with Kathleen, Robert's daughter, and they never got on, so who knows. So that is the French mausoleum. Look at that. So as I was saying, guys, if you like this video today, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, follow me on more of these adventures just like this one here, the French family.